Despite some websites running defense for Marvel and trying to claim that the Marvel's budget was one of the lowest in the history of the MCU, those claims were very quickly debunked when the real numbers came out and people realized that the Marvels, instead of being one of the cheapest MCU flicks we've ever seen, is actually one of the most expensive. $275 million spent on this movie, and that only goes through September of last year. That's not counting more reshoots. That's not counting all the post-production. In all likelihood, this thing is well north of $300 million. Another box office disaster on the way for Marvel. So they desperately needed some good news. And I guess if you're one of the people that was considering going to this movie, you did get some good news. The other day, officially, it got confirmed. The Marvels receives record-breaking runtime. And when I say record-breaking, I don't mean that it's one of the longest we've seen in the MCU. I actually mean it's the shortest movie we'll have ever seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you expect it to be as bad as I do, that probably is a good thing. The Marvel's runtime has revealed that Brie Larson's upcoming sequel breaks a big MCU record. The second movie in the Captain Marvel series will bring together 3 MCU stars, those being Larson's titular hero, Tiana Paris's Monica Rambeau, and Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel. The rest of the cast is filled out by Zoe Ashton, I don't know how to say that name, and Park Seo-joon, as well as Samuel L. Jackson. God, last thing we saw him in was a disaster with Secret Invasion. The Marvel signifies one of the most major crossover events in the MCU timeline, which raises the question of exactly how big this movie will be. And it's true, there's a lot of storylines to wrap up. It's a sequel to Captain Marvel. It's a sequel to WandaVision. It's a sequel to Miss Marvel. It's a sequel to Secret Invasion. There's a lot of things they're supposed to wrap up. I guess they don't want to take their time doing it. While the official PG-13 rating may not have been surprising, the runtime definitely is. AMC Theaters' website has the Marvel's runtime clocking at 1 hour and 45 minutes. For reference, the first Captain Marvel is 2 hours and 3 minutes long. That marks the shortest of the MCU's 32 movies to date, a record that was previously shared by Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World. Now, what I think this this is a film that underwent multiple rounds of reshoots that they probably can't get an actual good cut of. They've just been cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and trying to slim this thing down because in all likelihood, it's not very good. And as of right now, the stars still will not be promoting this movie. However, that could quickly end depending on how fast the actors union moves and striking a deal with the studios. That could happen pretty quickly. Maybe we'll see Brie Larson and company on the trail marketing this movie. It looks like they're already well on the way in China, trying to get people in China to go see this. A new official poster for the Marvels has been released. The film will be titled Captain Marvel 2 for its China release. I do think that's weird. The fact that it's titled Captain Marvel 2, I think that's strange. Why wouldn't you go with the Marvels? Is it because you don't want to put as much of a focus on the characters that aren't white? Is that what China's doing? I don't fucking know. I'm surprised that the people of color have such a prominent role in these posters. They have a very, very prominent position in these posters, considering what China and Disney are usually known for doing. We'll see if that helps it at all at the box office. One thing is for certain, with a massive bloated budget and very little interest in Marvel right now, it looks like everyone's expecting, regardless of the length of this movie, for the Marvels to be an unmitigated disaster towards the end of the year. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.